Okay, how do you like my shirt? Good morning. It is my birthday, February 13th, 2024. 35 years old. And I have nothing planned except the things I need to do, such as errands and a couple of card deliveries for Turo. I do Turo on the side. It's almost like my part-time job at this point. So I have that. Errands, going to the bank, and probably hit the treadmill for about 30-40 minutes. I gotta eat this pretty fast and get out of here. I have 3 eggs with rice that was cooked in bone broth. So 3 eggs, some cheese, rice with bone broth, and ketchup. This is probably my go-to breakfast. Oh, don't touch that mic, Molly. Oh no, she's got my mic. See that? A little fur cap. I gotta put this away. Hide this over here. Yeah, man, 35 years old, mid-30s. It's official. The mid-30s is in effect. I was intending to just have a pretty relaxed day. Maybe go to treat myself somewhere to eat. I was thinking of Spaghetti Factory, the old Spaghetti Factory, which is at Loa Tower now. Was craving their mizithra, their famous mizithra and meatloaf. But other than that, I'm not a big birthday guy. So actually, sometimes birthdays kind of makes me depressed. Somebody just booked a car. Oh, nice. This one is for 4 days. It's been busy with Turo. Turo, if you guys don't know, it's like the Airbnb for car rentals. So you have cars, a fleet of cars, and you rent them out to people. February's been pretty busy. Especially like September through December, I broke even. I think part of it is because it's kind of like the aftermath of the Maui fires. Just less people traveling to the islands in general. So it's nice to have things it's nice to have things pick back up. All right, this is not gonna work with Molly interrupting like this. But yeah, I'm not the big birthday celebratory type of guy. I've never really was. I just kind of want to have a nice, quiet, peaceful day. Yeah, birthdays, a lot of people in just society, our cultures like to celebrate turning 1 year older and being closer to our graveyard, and that's fine. I kind of use this day to reflect on the past years and just be grateful. Be grateful and be appreciative of all the steps that led me to this point. I guess a lot of people celebrate birthdays in a weird way, like they're alive for another year. I don't know. I think if you're celebrating it in that case, then it makes a lot of sense. Like for me, I should be dead. I could recount 3 times where I should have died. So yeah, there's a reason why I'm here. There's a reason why I'm celebrating another year. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't be too hard on myself. If I'm going to Spaghetti Factory, I'll probably record that. So see you later. Okay. How's it going, everybody? It is not my birthday anymore. It is February 14th, 2024. And what did I do yesterday on my birthday? just the usual. Pickup of kids. I was planning to go to Spaghetti Factory, but once I got home, I literally just took my shirt off, my pants off, and just crashed on the bed. I never fell asleep so fast in my life. I think because this past weekend was really busy and a lot of early morning work. So I just decided to catch up on sleep, which isn't a bad plan on a birthday. But today is February 14th, Valentine's Day. I don't know if you guys are big on Valentine's Day, but I think this holiday makes more people, especially girls, make them feel more girls feel sad than they actually feel good, because if you're not getting a rose at school, or you're not bringing, your spouse is not getting the roses delivered to the office, you're gonna feel a little less than someone who received roses. It's all marketed towards love and appreciation. I understand that. We can all use a day to just acknowledge our loved ones, but ultimately, we all know holidays are made for stimulating the economy, and this is no different. No different than a lot of the holidays in the winter. During 4th of July, yes, it's to celebrate specific things or messages that is taught to us, but you will see the sales of hot dogs during 4th of July go through the roof, or in this case, or in today, roses and chocolates. So just keep that in the back of our mind. I always found it interesting that America is the people that created these holidays and these different economic engines. They're freaking geniuses. Because a lot of other countries, they don't have this many holidays, and it's not such an economic driving force. You gotta give it to them. That's why we are the consumer nation that we are. But anyways, transitioning. Yesterday was my birthday. Not much going on. Turned 35. I guess not much going on from the exterior standpoint, but interior, mentally, a lot of reflection taking place inside this crazy mind of mine. You can always ask yourself on your birthday, what have you learned? What will you continue to learn? What are some goals? What are some things you want to get better? And for me, I think this year, I don't want to make it a goal per se. One of my things that I want to do this year is make new friends, make new relationships. And the ones that I have, the relationships I have, which are few and far between, the ones I have now, just maintain them and create a stronger bond with those people. A lot of them are not even in Hawaii. They are in the mainland or in other countries. So the dialogue is, via text, online, Instagram messaging, which has its limitations. But I think physically here in Hawaii, just find ways to have genuine conversations, which will hopefully lead to genuine relationships, friendships. So we'll see. It's nothing that I'm trying to force upon, but I definitely got to be outside of my comfort zone. The little dust bothers me. I'm getting coffee now. I normally make my own coffee. Last year, 2023, because I was struggling financially, I I always try to make interesting games for myself to get through the day, or in that particular moment or time to get through the year. So for example, I calculated the amount I spend on buying coffee. I would only buy coffee maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times, if that, but mostly two times a week. And I would buy it at Whole Foods. I wouldn't really spend it at Starbucks, because Starbucks is so expensive. It's ridiculous. But people still pay for $7 coffee. But anyways, I calculated how much I would save if I just made my own coffee, and it came out to about $500 to $700. Then I thought, where else could I save? I was getting my hair cut at my friend's shop, and he'd give me a discount, but um, luxury barber shops these days are not cheap to come by. I think they're like on average $50 now. So he gave me a $40 rate. I tip him. I'll calculate that. I'll get my hair cut about every 3 weeks or so. And I calculated that, and if I just did my own haircut, you see I'm bald. This is not by design. This is by choice. I still have a lot of hair left in me, and my hairline is still pretty strong and pretty intact. But if I just did my own haircut, shave my head, I save about $700 a year. Just with coffee and hair groom services, I would save about $1,200 to $1,400 a year. And both of those things don't take much effort in me doing. It doesn't take a lot of brain cells, and it doesn't take a lot of time. That's the most important part. But you know what's funny? Every time I come back on YouTube, I don't like my framing here, but I probably need to finally buy a car mount. I think that's better. Too much headroom. But anyways, oh yeah, every time I come back on YouTube, when there's that 1 year hiatus, I always come back with a different hairstyle. And to be honest, my favorite hairstyle is either one of the extremes on both ends, is either long hair or bald. I don't really like the pretty boy haircut, short and faded. It causes me more stress than anything, because my hair grows really fast, especially on the sides. So if I don't get it cut by that 3rd week, if it goes past the 3rd week, it's gonna look like a total mess. And in long hair, I just feel, I was telling this to a friend the other day, every man should grow out their hair long at least once in their life. And it's most likely gonna happen when you're in college or in your early 20s, because as you get into the workforce, or at least most people do, go into that corporate white collar workforce, you're probably gonna want to have clean haircut, or at least the place that you work at would want that. I just love the long hair. I think it fits me the most. Just feel free, with the long hair, and just feel like myself. The baldness I like because I can do it every other day. I just shave my head with the razor, and I don't have to worry about going or setting an appointment with the barber. I don't have to worry about my kids passing me lice, which my daughter just obtained a few weeks ago. And I don't have to overuse on shampoo and conditioner. Another thing I'm trying to talk myself into, and it's kind of there,
is just to be present in the moment and stop letting social media or how different companies and all these different campaigns that you see dictate how you feel and think. Try to do your own homework on whatever you're coming across, whether it's politics, business, anything really. Just do your homework. And actually, I'm gonna go in here. It's a little bit dark. Go in here, and then I'm gonna get my coffee and I'll be right back. I just got my coffee. I'm gonna stay in this parking lot. I got some eggs, hard-boiled eggs. You can get this at Whole Foods. Just something fast and quick with protein. It's funny, I eat a lot of eggs, and when my mom sees me eating the amount of eggs I do on a daily basis, she always talks about the cholesterol. I don't know how true that is. One decade, a doctor comes out and says, eggs are bad for you. It has a lot of cholesterol. The next decade, eggs are great for you. It has a lot of clean protein. Then the next decade, another doctor comes out and says, eggs are good for you, but not the yolk. That's the part that has cholesterol. I don't know, I just eat what I like. That was delicious. No need for salt, no need for pepper. By the way, as I was pulling in, I saw somebody with a Sony camera. Well, I didn't know it was Sony at the time, but with the DSLR and taking a shot of a box, POV style, holding it. Kind of like what I did this past weekend for the Shave Ice gig. And I just had to go over there and see what's up. And it was a foodie influencer here in Hawaii, John Ulep. You can go follow him. And I worked with him on a small CPB project 2 years ago. Very cool guy. And apparently he got a contract with Holy Grail Donuts. It's over at Ward, but hats off to people be able to do their content, foodie content, whatever content they're doing online, and still be able to retain or obtain, rather, still be able to obtain paid gigs like that. Hats off to those people. Hats off to anybody in the online grind, because it's just, I don't know how they do this on a daily basis. It's just crazy. My cousin is a foodie influencer, I guess you could say that, and she's just posting daily, trying to compound those followers. And I talked about this in my last vlog, but I didn't talk about this part. You know what's funny is when I get referred to a job, or somebody reaches out to me for a video job, they always ask for my Instagram. Actually, they don't always ask, but maybe 40 to 50% of the time they will, especially if it's a younger marketing director or a younger person. They will ask for the Instagram. And in my mind, I'm like, why? What if my Instagram is just personal selfies of myself? Are you going to judge my work off of what is on my Instagram feed? Because when I send my work out to people, I send them my Vimeo link. Sometimes I'll send my documentary Fill the Frame website, depending what the job is, but usually it's just the Vimeo link because it has all my video work. If they ask, I may just send it just because, but a lot of times I would just tell them that my video work is not on Instagram. It's not a reflection of what I do. My Instagram is solely street photography work. So, I mean, it's best you just look at my Vimeo work. So I don't know why people need to stop asking like what's your Instagram handle, and I think there's a deeper component or deeper layer to that. It's not just looking at your feed, but maybe looking at your stories, maybe trying to see who you are personally. Like maybe you would post some political feed or some political posts on your stories, or maybe there's something that there may be some kind of slippage where you may post something controversial, whether it's business, politics, or something, and they can kind of they'll try to see if they you and them align to some degree. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this, but if I'm asking for video work or any type of work, like for example, if I need somebody to fix my toilet, a plumber, I would just want to know the price and maybe your website. I don't know. I'm not gonna ask you for your Instagram feed. Maybe art, the art realm was different. I get it. Sometimes it's easier if you're a painter and you just have your catalog on Instagram, or you use Instagram as your catalog. But I don't know. I think people need to stop relying so heavily and judging people on their Instagram feed or Instagram followers and all that. It's very superficial. And I understand we live in a superficial world and most people are superficial, but I think if you catch yourself in that predicament, you got to have some self reflection going on. I like to get a lot of raw sugar in my coffee first thing in the morning to wake me up. Again, I woke up pretty late today. I woke up at 8:30 because I slept in, and I fell asleep last night at 7 p.m. I woke up at 12 and I was up for an hour just laying in bed, that kind of thing. 35. 35 is it's a weird number because you're in the middle. You're in between 30 and 40, and 40 always seemed to that number always seemed to scare me. Like, does it go downhill from 40? I mean, I guess just when you're young, or when I was younger, and all the people that I met in their 40s, a lot of them just seem miserable. Whether they're miserable in their jobs or marriages or some component of that, and it just always made me so fearful of turning 40 or becoming 40. But I'm not going to look too far ahead. Just enjoy being 35 and hope for the best. Whew, nice hot coffee. Do you guys like your coffee hot or cold or a mix? I get my coffee based on my mood. Like if I feel like my gut needs to wake up a little bit, then I'm gonna get a hot coffee. But if I'm feeling a little bit more chilled, relaxed, then I'm gonna get myself cold coffee. I don't know. I'm not gonna work out at the gym. I'm gonna take a break today. But I always say that and I end up going anyways because I need something to do, or I just need to get out of the house, or I just have that itch to just work out. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, by the way, there was a few of you guys that have watched the whole vlog, my last vlog that I posted. You guys watched the entirety of it. I mean, that thing was 48 minutes long, man. And I don't know if you watched it on the speed ramp where you fast forward it like up to twice the speed or what, or while you're driving. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys. Some of you guys messaged me, and especially the older guys, man. The older folks. That's why I love hanging out with older people, man. They have so much insight and knowledge. And I've always been more intrigued by hanging out with um, people that are older than I because of the experience they have. And not that I don't enjoy hanging out with young people, because I do, because they just are full of energy and keep me young. But even in high school, I was always hanging out with the grade above me. I had friends my age, And I had some friends a year younger than me, but I love hanging out with the seniors, just because I can get a head start on knowing how to apply for colleges, how to apply for internships, which teacher to avoid next year. And it's not that I agree with every single thing they say or whatever we're talking about, but definitely their advice and knowledge that they share from their own experiences definitely gives me more peace of mind moving forward in my journey. I think when you have whatever problems or issues you have or going through, you just feel alone. Like you just feel like you're the only one with that problem. And in reality, you're not. There's so many people that are going through the same thing that you're going through at that exact time and moment. And there's millions of people that have gone through the same exact thing prior and will continue to go through. And it just hearing certain stories from certain friends, like I said, just gives me more ease to go through the day. I think too, our culture, like men aren't supposed to share their problems or kind of just be so invincible and be able to absorb anything, any issues, any problems heading our way, and not be able to vocalize them. Um, but I think if anybody that needs to vocalize their issues, it needs to be men. I mean, the suicide count amongst men are just crazy. It's just nuts. I mean, just for example, like, actually, I won't get into it. I'll get into what I was about to say in another video. I'm not going to get into it now. But if you have problems, I'm speaking to men. If you have anything you need to deal with, call a friend, call a close friend. I went to therapy during COVID, like 2021, and it helped a great deal just to talk it out and talk to somebody that's not biased or doesn't know who has no background on you. And it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I did that for about 5 weeks and I was good. And just a few weeks ago, I was thinking, should I go back to therapy? I don't know if therapy is gonna help. Um, but another friend, she told me to just go because it's like getting checked up, doing your checkups. You don't want to go when it gets so bad. And I think that's part of my bad habit is I wait till things hit the fan instead of having my daily maintenance or, getting your oil change when you should be getting it and not when it's all dried up in your car. But anyways, I said I was gonna stop this video about 6 minutes ago and I went on a rant. I hope you guys have a good day, and let me know in the comments section, man, if there's any ideas or anything you guys want to talk about. Well, anyways, until next time, take care.